So, I moved to Japan. 2 weeks in here. Oh my god. Why is there a dog that looks like Hitler on TV? What? 14 days is too much. It's too much. I am starting to lose my mind from being cooped up in here for so long. Ugh. Hello. It's me, Seanathin DLC. Over the last few months, I've been going through the process of becoming an English teacher in Japan. And on October 31st, 2021, it was finally the day. So after a pretty long flight to Japan and going through the customs and COVID stuff at the airport, which took over 4 hours, we were whisked away to a hotel where I will be spending the next 14 days, 2 full weeks trapped in this hotel room. What the frick? What the frick, dude? 14. So obviously that's a lot of time, and given that I have a fairly limited amount that I have to do each day, the rest is just free time, I figured I would document this and share my experience of being trapped in Japanese quarantine. I would not be a good YouTube boy if I didn't show you guys the room I'm staying in. It is a quarantine video after all, but I can't make the room look fancier than it is, you know what I mean? I'm not exactly staying in Cleopatra's pyramid. It's just a hotel. It's just a hotel. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I'll just show you guys what I got. Alright, well, here we are. Excuse the mess. You know, I had to pack all of my essential belongings, you know. Super essential belongings right there. That bag of goldfish I value more than like half of the stuff I brought with me. I guess I should start in here. Here's the door. Alright, let's do the room that people care about. The bathroom. It's actually pretty decent sized. I'm gonna not be the kind of person who spends fucking half of their video exploring, oh, the Japanese bathroom. Look, they have soap and a sink. You don't find tubs in anywhere else. But the one cool thing, the bidet. That's special. Outside, I got 2 beds. I think most of the people who came at the same time I did got this kind of double room, but it is nice, you know. It's got room for me and my fucking huge ass Adam's apple. You know, got a desk, got my gamer headphones so that everyone who sees me listening to something knows I'm a gamer. We got this fridge that makes this horrendous whining noise every so often. Like, it whines for like 3 minutes and then it has 5 minutes off, 3 minutes on. It's just awful. I do have a decent view, which is pretty cool. That's pretty nice. I can't get the curtains open because I have 3 brain cells, but you know, it's pretty nice. And it has a little koi pond, which is, you know, very Japanese, I guess. All in all, I'm actually pretty impressed with this room, or pretty happy with it at least. I was expecting to get like a shoe box just thrown somewhere in like a deep damp basement, or I was expecting to have like metal bars in all of the windows. But this is actually very nice. So, you know, this is cool. This is good. I enjoy. Now, something I should mention that I didn't in the tour is that the bed is, with the best will in the world, a bit firm. Some say that rather than paving the roads with asphalt, the Japanese people use these beds out of the hotel. It really isn't that bad. I shouldn't be whining, but as you can see, I don't know if this will get picked up, but it is... They are like stone tools. You know, you could hurt somebody with this. It's like this memory foam fabric, but if all of the memories were just sad and terrible. No happy memories in this memory foam, that's for sure. Alright, so I found this really janky ass setup so that I can get my camera facing me, even though half of my forehead is getting removed. That's probably for the best. My forehead is the size of fucking Mount Fuji. I went to the convenience store. I was curious, firstly, because we have one in the hotel. Also, I was thirsty, which is probably the better reason to go. I bought 3 things at the convenience store. It was my first time ever buying anything in Japan, so a bit scary, to be completely honest. My Japanese, while serviceable is very, very, very far from conversational. The 3 things I purchased, I got Coca-Cola, but plus. So, for whatever reason, this is better. It probably says why it's better in Japanese, but I can't read it. So, you'll just have to take their word for it. And so will I, because I'm the one drinking it. I got a little thing of Pocky, except I think this Pocky is made a little bit different. I don't know if this will get picked up. It looks like pretzels, like a pretzel thing. If it's pretzels, that actually might be pretty good. And of course, Pocari Sweat, the lifeblood of the Japanese people. Some say that when a Japanese person gets a cut, rather than blood, it is Pocari Sweat. Something else that was interesting as well is I gave the cashier a crisp 1,000 yen note, or bill, or whatever you want to call it, and she gave me coins back. I think this is like equivalent, like I think, you know, this is the right amount to have given me back, but something about handing over what is almost $10 and getting coins back, at least as an American, is a bit odd. A bit odd. Editor note, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about here. Obviously, in every country, you get change back when you pay in cash. But I think what I meant was that it was weird to give like almost $10 and not get any bills back. I got a coin that's worth like $5. That's just strange to me. So I think that's what I was on about. Alright, I figure I should give this a taste test, given that this is my first Japanese. Yep. Holy fucking crap. What the fuck? Okay, well, it's smoking. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. I don't want to tip it and get my camera all filthy and it's gross. But it popped like a cork. Like how a cork of a wine bottle pops. So, fucking hell, maybe this is better than Coke, normal Coke. That tastes like normal Coke. To be fair, it more tastes like Coke Zero, like the 0-calorie Coke, but it's not bad. I'd give it, you know, like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It's not bad. Let's see, we got my, whatever the fuck these are called. We got my Pockies. Oh. They come, are these even Pockies? I don't know if these are even Pockies. Oh man, they look like them, but nothing on the box says Pocky, so maybe they're not. They come in a little package though, like Pockies do, but they're fancy. Look, it's fancy packaging. Not really, though. Is that pretzel? They won't zoom on it, but let's see. It just tastes like Pocky. So maybe it is. Maybe it is just Pocky. And so this is just Pocky. Pocky's good. I like Pocky. So like 7 out of 10? 8 out of 10 even? I like Pocky. The lifeblood. I don't want it to fucking shoot its cap off like it did even though now it's splooged everywhere. It's gooping. Let's give this a try. It tastes like vitamin water? I was expecting it to be like a soda. It's not a soda. No, it's definitely like vitamin water. You know, if of all the vitamin waters that exist, this is certainly one of them. Maybe a 5 out of 10. It's not bad. It's all right, but when you're expecting a soda, that's a bit disappointing. Okay, so for those out of the loop with the whole Japan COVID travel ordeal that is going on currently, which will 100% change by the time this video comes out. I think it already has changed. I think I was like part of the last group business-wise that has to do this type of quarantine, but whatever. So who knows, this will probably serve as an interesting time capsule, but why exactly do I have to spend 14 days in this hotel? Japan Japan, while known for its beautiful landscapes, its great food, awesome people, is also known for its incredibly strict and somewhat annoying rules. Unlike many other places in the world, are very obsessed with rules and bureaucracy and making sure that everything is done in its proper order and you have all of the paperwork. And you might think I'm exaggerating just a little bit. Promise you I'm not. Here is a binder. This is all paperwork. This is all paperwork I had to bring to Japan. I'm not joking. Now, to be fair, a lot of the forms I had to bring were because I'm moving, so there's like customs and the teaching forms and all that kind of stuff, but Japan has some very particular ones they want for COVID protocol. For example, you need to get a COVID test within 72 hours of your departure time. However, your proof of COVID test that you would get, say, in the United States or any other country you were visiting is not good enough for Japan. For whatever reason, they require a special form that you have to print out and have a doctor sign. And in my experience, there are a lot of doctors who will not sign that stupid form. They just won't sign it. So then you have to go and you have to find some specialty clinic that deals with this kind of stuff, and then they charge you $170. $170 to fill out the form. What am I, made of money? So that's cool. I'm glad my neighbors didn't forget to bring their rhinoceros to Japan. That's awesome. Harold, I don't think we should have brought him. Karen. He's part of the family. This is so upsetting. I need a drink of my cow piss. This, for those who don't know, this is cow piss. This is like sour milk. Oh, it's like sweet, super sugary liquid chalk. Great tangent, Sean. Now let's get back on topic, please. Something else that they make you do as well is they make you download some apps that like keep track of your location, and you have to submit some responses every so often. For me, because I'm here for work, we were essentially lent phones that already had all of the apps pre-installed, so all we have to do is just kind of follow along each day. Let me... So here's the phone I'm being lent with those apps, and one of the apps that anybody who has done this quarantine knows is called My SOS. It's an app kind of looks like this. Probably not in focus because it won't focus, but essentially what it requires you to do, twice a day you have to press a button that reports your location. Once a day you have to report your health condition, which is essentially two questions. One is if you have a fever or not, and the other is if you feel sick. Each day at a random time you get a phone call from the app, and so far I haven't gotten a real person ever. I know some people get like a real person who wants to speak with them, but I have not gotten a real person. Instead, it's almost like a FaceTime recording where it has like a silhouette of a person, and you have to like put your face in that silhouette, and it records you for 30 seconds. It's just to make sure you're in the hotel and you're not, living it up in Shinjuku Station. So that's really not too bad. Also, every morning at 9 a.m. I have to go down to the lobby and get my temperature checked. So, all in all, it's really not that much to do. I would like to hear, though, if anybody's done this Japanese quarantine before this video's come out or after, please leave a comment. I'll check it out. I'm curious to hear if I got very lucky or if I got super screwed. This is night 4. Dinner came, and it's gonna show everybody how dinner looks. You got... Get this shit off of it. Oh my god. Okay, well, I already ate the bread and that was there, but all in all, it's well prepared, it's warm. That's something that is really nice. The only issue, really, these things. Oh my god. That's a little Seanathin fun fact. I cannot stand pickles. Cucumbers I'll eat like any day of the week, but pickles are just... How pickles are not on the Geneva Convention's torture list is beyond me. Get these pickles fucking out of my sight. So how the meal situation would work is that 3 times a day there would be someone from the hotel staff with a cart filled with meals in bags. They would wrap the bag on the door handle and they would knock. and once they left, we could go and grab our food off the door handle. Now, overall, I think I got super lucky with the quarantine food. Even though there were often things that I wasn't crazy about eating, it was always super fresh, really well prepared, warm, which is a hell of a lot better than what I've heard some other quarantine hotels have done. There was also a ton of diversity in the meals. Before I left, I was kind of worried it was going to be the same 3 meals on repeat, but there was actually a lot of different types of food. That diversity was super helpful, especially since before I came, I had specified that I have a tomato allergy. I can't eat tomatoes, I get very sick. And there were quite a few meals that had tomato product in them in some capacity, whether that be actual tomato slices or like a tomato stew that I just straight up could not eat. Each meal tended to have like a little portion of something else that was different from the meal. For breakfast, it would usually be an assortment of breads and rolls and like a croissant. And for other meals, it was salads or fruits or a thing of chicken with fries. So overall, I gotta give the meal experience in quarantine a solid thumbs up. It was definitely a lot better than what I had been expecting. Hello. So it is the evening of the 5th day. Today was actually a super busy day. I had a bunch of stuff to do. There were a bunch of like videos and things that we had to watch for my upcoming job, you know, orientation and all that. Something that was really cool was when I turned on the TV, it was playing old, like, Gundam anime from the 80s. So that was a lot of fun to watch. I can't say it's super nostalgic for me. I didn't, you know, grow up watching that or anything, but it was just cool. It was cool to see. And right now, it's playing, what's the name of that? Demon Slayer or whatever? So that is super cool. I like seeing that. Hopefully, tomorrow morning when I wake up, there will be Saturday morning cartoons. So I got something to look forward to, but I'm tired, so I'm gonna watch the rest. What is it? Demon Slayer? Yes, Sean, Demon Slayer. How the hell are you gonna forget that? It is literally in every advertisement and every bit of product placement on Japanese TV. It is nuts how popular it is. It's been a long time since I actively watched anime, so I'm gonna finish watching this and then go to bed. But I will see you tomorrow morning so we can watch some Saturday morning cartoons. Let's go. Good night, people. Good morning. It is dawn of the dead. It's dawn of the 6th day. Man, every morning I wake up in this purgatory. But Saturday morning cartoons, my only vice to escape from this hell. I'm gonna get dressed so I don't look like a fucking creep. Nobody deserves to see this in the morning. Saturday morning cartoons, let's go. So, like I mentioned, I was really looking forward to watching Japanese Saturday morning cartoons. I figured they would be just as cool as all of the ones that I grew up watching in the US, given that in the US all of our Saturday morning cartoons are pretty much all Japanese anyway. But I was about to have a very rude awakening. Alright, well, bit of an issue. The only issue is that bedhead, man. Jesus. The only Saturday morning cartoon I could find on TV is this. I don't know what that one is, but it's the only one that's on TV, and it doesn't... My one vice. Like, the only thing I was looking forward to this whole week. Maybe it's just too early. It's like 7:30, so maybe they don't play until 8 or 9, but they better.
They better play at 8 or 9.
As soon as I started complaining, then breakfast came and the Saturday morning cartoons came on. So if that doesn't go to show you the value of patience, I don't know what will. But alas, my morning improved dramatically. Well, it is the afternoon of day 9. We have a lovely rainy day. I wanted to briefly talk about Japanese TV. I think in a few months from now, after I get settled where I'm going to live, I'll have a lot more thoughts about Japanese TV, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to make its own dedicated video, because it is so strange, right? Japan has always been an isolated country, but Japanese TV in particular feels like it's in a snow globe. It feels so, removed from everything else. It's crazy. But the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because the convenience store and and Japanese TV have been my only two gateways into Japanese culture at all in this hotel room. So I wanted to kind of break down my thoughts about it in, let's do a spreadsheet. Put the math on. Japanese TV consists of 4 types of shows. You have news, you have shopping networks, which at any given time, 50% of Japanese TV is shopping networks. It's nuts how much shopping is on TV. And you have reaction type talk shows, which are the ones with either somebody going, "Buh," or somebody going, yes, Those are the shows that have more text on the screen than you can possibly believe. But there is a fourth. Those are the wacky, batshit crazy shows that you'll sometimes see. For instance, you could be watching one of the 50,000 shopping channels that are available on TV, and suddenly it just changes and you're watching a man in a praying mantis costume talk to kids. It has been a lot of fun to watch. In the US and in a lot of other countries, you have like blocks of shows, right? You have Saturday morning cartoons, all Saturday morning. In the evenings on some channels, you have 4 hours of crime dramas. From what I've noticed, that's not the same here. There's no like rhyme or reason, it's just chaos. So like I mentioned, I'd like to talk about it more eventually. I've only been in Japan for 9 days, so I don't quite have the full spectrum of what Japanese TV is all about, but I just wanted to share kind of my initial thoughts, because it has been like the only piece of Japanese culture inside my hotel room, so I have been watching the absolute crap out of it. No Alfred Hedgehog though, so disappointing. Hello. Excuse the turbo-sized microphone, but it's day 12. I am currently in my pacing around the room phase because I am starting to lose my mind from being cooped up in here for so long. I'm gonna take you through my thought process going on in these last few days. It's kind of starting to occur to me that I just moved literally halfway across the world to come here, to go to a town I've never been to before, to work as a teacher for at least a year, if not more. That's kind of crazy. Hopefully soon I will find out if I get to leave this room, and that way I can pack up all of my stuff finally and move. A bit wild to move across the world. I think though walking is good for me. I've been sitting kind of cooped up for almost 2 weeks. I think I'm just gonna keep pacing for a little bit, maybe a few hours. Hopefully this anxiety I feel about moving and leaving my home will subside. But I think it's important that I talk through this, not only because it helps me. This is a big change. This is a big change for anybody. So I think it's important to let others know who may be watching this that, yeah, it's scary, dude. It's fucking terrifying to move all the way out here. So no matter where you're going, if you're moving 10 feet or a million miles, it's scary. So don't feel bad about being scared. But I will continue pacing and I will catch up with everyone. Hopefully at the final day. Final day. Praise the Lord. So, see you on day 14. Ladies and gentlemen, it's day 14. Finally, I am free. You heard it correctly. Tomorrow, very early in the morning, I get to escape this hotel. My time in quarantine is coming to a close, but I hope you enjoyed this weird look into what life in quarantine was like. I'd love to hear what people have to say about it. Please leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought of my quarantine experience. I'm going to try to keep making videos while here in Japan. Making this video was one of the only things that kept me sane while in quarantine, and I want to keep trying to make stuff. Don't worry, not all of the videos are going to be me going crazy in a hotel room. This was more of a spur of the moment thing, but I'm going to keep trying to make videos. I think this would be a lot of fun to keep doing. So YouTube spiel time. Please like, please subscribe. What are the other things that they've had? The bell. Make sure to ring the bell to, I don't know, send me to hell. And I hope I will see you in a future video. But for now, I must pack and finally get my freedom from this hotel. Deuces.